everyone, today I'll be reviewing this brand new rom-com movie just dropped on Netflix. It's called Love at First Sight, and this movie it is starring Ben Hardy, Haley Lou Richardson, and this movie it is directed by Vanessa Caswell. And when I saw this movie was coming on Netflix, I was like, whoa, this movie looks really familiar, and I personally didn't know if I'm going to like this movie or not. Well, this movie is not bad by any mean. I think overall this movie it was just okay. But like while you watch this movie, I think it's good time. But after you finish watching this movie, and when you think about all this character and you look back, I feel like you will not like the center character Hadley. However, Oliver is very likable in this movie because the way his character was written. Hadley, however, I had some problem the way she was behaving in this movie. Like she personally never took any time to know more about Oliver, like what was he going through or anything like that. She was just talking about herself. So it was really hard to believe end of this movie how she just ran after Oliver's, because I was thinking, you didn't ask him what was he going through. Now you are running after him. Is it believable? Okay. However, overall, this movie, it is centers around these two people, Oliver and Hadley. They meet at the airport and they kind of falls in love with each other. Although I don't know why Hadley was falling in love with Oliver. She didn't know anything about him. So as I was saying, end of this movie, you feel like, whoa, that didn't make sense. But overall, I think still overall, this movie, it is quite enjoyable. That I see people are checking it out. It is on Netflix, doing quite well. Probably because there wasn't any other movie they dropped this weekend, only they dropped this one. And this kind of rom-com, they don't hurt. Like this movie story, it's not, I would say, okay, maybe at first it was a little predictable, but toward the end, how it goes, like once we meet Oliver's family, I thought, okay, okay, especially, what's up with his mom, Oliver's mom, who is in this movie. She was dying and she was doing this memorial. I was like, whoa, that scene was quite sad when I was watching it. This movie, it is kind of like a heartwarming, like end of it you feel, although this movie does go bit by bit a little bit predictable. Then again, rom-com need to be predictable. People do not like when it goes unpredictable way. Often I see people freak out when it doesn't go the way your mind is planning. However, I didn't like the way this movie played out. Hadley's relationship with like her father didn't seem that much believable, and her conflict with her feelings with her father. Often I was like, whoa, she's a little bit overreacting, I think, in this movie. Like he's getting married, and after how many years he's getting married, and now she's like overreacting, I thought. And I don't know why she was running late so much. Like overall, I thought this movie was like okay. I didn't mind it, but it does have some of the plot holes. You were like, what? But yeah, overall, I think this movie will do great at Netflix and on right platform. This kind of rom-com, they do really good. They drop during the Christmas time. They never drop during September or anything. That was weird timing for this movie. But if they drop this movie during the, I think, February or end of January, this movie could have been even bigger hit. And that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this movie. If you enjoyed about this review, don't forget my other reviews on other topics. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time. Please take care.